Yeah, my wonderful people, viewers and subscribers all over the world. I greet you all and I welcome you all to another episode titled African Nations. When I mean nations, I mean real African nations, the likes of Burkina Faso, Mali, Benin, including Niger, Eritrea, Chad, Gabon. All of them have teamed up together and they threatened the African Union that if Mazi Nnamdi Kanu is not released and Biafra is not recognized as a sovereign state, that they are going to decamp from African Union, and also they are going to decamp from ECOWAS, the remaining ones in ECOWAS, and form an alliance with the AES, which is being controlled by Russia, China, and North Korea. You that is listening to me, what do you think concerning this matter? We are reading from Africa World Media TV, a media that controls everything that comes from Western Sahel, whether East, West, North, or South Africa. So let us see exactly what they say, because this one now, it on the pass, be careful. According to them, they said, justice delayed is justice denied. For immediate release, Diabola Ahmed Tinubu at official birth. Nigerian government defies court order on Nnamdi Kanu, a blatant assault on rule of law and human rights. You that is watching me, if you get this video, you know what to do. Help me to share the video, like, comment, and keep subscribing for more interesting videos. If this is your first time hearing my voice, here is where we speak to the undiluted truth. My name is Amandia Neze. You can as well address me as Okulora, One Nation. Anyway, here are the news in details. London, United Kingdom, 15 May of 2025. That is where this message is coming from. That means the union is based in UK. The Pan-African Forum Limited and Associates strongly condemns the Nigerian government's continued unlawful detention and retrial of Mazi Nnamdi Kanu, the leader of the indigenous people of Biafra, IPOB, despite a valid and binding judgment of the Nigerian Court of Appeal. On October 13th of 2022, the Court of Appeal in Abuja discharged and acquitted Nnamdi Kanu of all charges, citing the illegality of his extraordinary rendition from Kenya and the violations of both Nigerian and international laws. The court unequivocally ordered his immediate and unconditional release with some compensations of over 8 billion naira, if I'm not mistaken. Rather than uphold the rule of law, the Nigerian authorities chose to ignore the court order, rearrest Mazi Nnamdi Kanu, and bring fresh charges against him. An egregious case of judicial defiance and double jeopardy, prohibited under both the Nigerian Constitution and international legal instruments such as the International Covenant on Civil and Political Rights, which is ICCPR. I state here that this unlawful retrial is a direct affront to the judicial and the dangerous precedent that erodes public trust in Nigeria's justice system. No government should be allowed to act above the law. We demand the immediate and unconditional release of Mazi Nnamdi Kanu, and we call upon the African Union, ECOWAS, United Nations Human Rights Council, and the international community to urgently intervene and uphold the Nigerian government accountable for its blatant violation of fundamental human rights and disregard for judicial authority. Justice delayed is justice denied. Silence in the face of illegality is complexity. You can contact Dr. David Nyekarachi Masanga, Pan-Africa Forum Limited and Associates. So, you see, one thing is some people don't understand is this. When Mazi Nnamdi Kanu said, I will destroy Nigeria, not with gun, not with bullets, but with facts. See, today, a lot of people like Afon Jazz, you know, the Yoruba bastards, the Fulanis, are always, anywhere they posted Mazi Nnamdi Kanu's picture or news, you will see them commenting. He wobbled his mouth, he rattled this, he rattled that, and at the end, where is him today? That he is behind the bars, that he's going to remain there forever. You don't know what it means when he said, I am going to destroy Nigeria. My brother, Nnamdi Kanu's case have destroyed Nigeria. In fact, the little integrity in them have been destroyed worldwide. Even a child being born in another country now knows about Mazi Nnamdi Kanu. Go and listen to what this guy said. What is that his name? Kenneth Okonkwo. He said, the more you hold Mazi Nnamdi Kanu, the taller he becomes. In other words, Nnamdi Kanu's case now don't pass be careful in the hands of the zoo. As I'm talking to you now, Nigerian government don't even know what to do on the case of Mazi Nnamdi Kanu because Nnamdi Kanu had destroyed everything Nigeria represents. Nigeria is a country that everybody wants to do business with, but as I'm talking to you now, investors are running away from Nigeria. When you ask them, they will tell you there is no rule of law. And the courts have been pocketed by the executives. Nigeria used to be a country that they call Giant of Africa. You know, that giant keep on diminishing, not until they went all the way to Kenya and kidnapped Mazi Nnamdi Kanu. That was when the likes of Egypt, Morocco, South Africa, and even Burkina Faso of yesterday have passed Nigeria in terms of GDP. In fact, in terms of infrastructure, in terms of agricultural products, in terms of manufacturing, in terms of less importation, in terms of less dependent on the imperialists, Nigeria have gone last. Under 4 good years of holding Mazi Nnamdi Kanu at ransom. Don't forget, they start to fall when Mazi Nnamdi Kanu was arrested in 2015 by the then ex-president Muhammadu Buhari. Upon that, Nnamdi Kanu, after his release, he still told them that, as I said earlier, I still maintain my stand that I, Nnamdi Odogu Kanu, the Hamadike one of Igbo land, will destroy Nigeria. I don't use any bomb and I don't use any bullet. I don't use any machine gun, but with facts and figures. Now, Nigeria is even on a life support. If care is not taken, they are going to give up anytime soon. Nnamdi Kanu's reputation have gone wide and near. Nnamdi Kanu is now more even popular than the so-called president of Nigeria, both the one that left, handed power to Tinubu, and the current president of Nigeria as of now. Nnamdi Kanu is more popular than them. If you go to any African country and ask children on the streets, do you know President Tinubu? They will tell you they don't know. If you show the picture, they will tell you this one is a farmer. But when you show them the picture of this young man called Nnamdi Kanu, they will tell you, yeah, this one is a Biafran, it's a Nnamdi Kanu. You can as well attest it. Go to Thailand, show the picture of Tinubu and the picture of Mazi Nnamdi Kanu. I'm not talking about foreigners living there. No, I'm talking about locals. They will tell you that this guy is Nnamdi Kanu, the leader of indigenous people of Biafra. What about this? They will tell you, I don't know this one. He's so ugly. That's what somebody told me. Go to Vietnam. Show them these 2 pictures. The same thing, the same result you will get. Go to Indonesia. The same picture you will get. And I'm very, very sure that if you go to Western countries, all the likes of Europe, it is the same as well. You go to the Caribbean self, Nnamdi Kanu conquered the whole Caribbean because all of them have come out and said, we stand in solidarity with Mazi Nnamdi Kanu, come rain, come sunshine. So if you are still waiting for Nigeria to collapse now, go down the drain, because that is what Mazi Nnamdi Kanu said, that he lied, he is the prophet of doom, then that means you are the one that has got it all wrong. I will destroy Nigeria with facts and figures. Nnamdi Kanu has destroyed Nigeria. There's no any single reputation or whatsoever. what they call foreigners are running away from Nigeria. Investors are not even anywhere close to Nigeria. When you tell them, they will tell you that country, no security, no light, no rule of law. The judiciary have been captured by the executives. Then what are they going there to do? Because these are the things that people, if you're an investor, you first of all consider the environment. You first of all consider the purchasing power of the people there, which Nigeria is number one because of population. Then the first, another one there, you consider about the security, which Nigeria don't have. In Nigeria now, the bandits are feeding their dogs with babies that have been delivered while in captivity. Can you imagine that? Yet, these things are happening. Tinubu is planning, or rather, he have already flown to Rome. He want to go to attend Pope's inauguration. Where he's a Muslim. Who called him? Who invited him? An uninvited guest. That is what Tinubu is. Tombo fly. Who goes anywhere, whether you invited him or not. That is what the guy is going. In fact, he don't even have any time to stay in Nigeria. All he wants now, just let me zoom up, because he buy a new private jet of over 150 billion naira. So what is he doing in Nigeria? For what? What is he doing in Nigeria? To stay there wasting his time? No, let him travel as far as he can, because that's the travel he can never make, even with all the whole money he claimed to have. Even with all the whole money, because he is a fugitive. No country will accept him if not because of this presidency. That was why you see him now. The countries he have dreamed to be traveling, he just traveling it. Even when he have commitment, he don't have commitment, he travel there. But because when he is not president, even with his private jet, when he get on the air, they say, they say, this one, drug lord, they will bounce him back. Countries are even scared to welcome this guy, even as a president. The reason why Donald Trump don't invite him during his inauguration is because what am I doing with a drug lord president? So as it stands now, Nnamdi Kanu have destroyed Nigeria, and with facts and figures. If you are still doubting, then you will doubt to eternity. Let us dissect the comment section. I think I have talked enough. And I'm very, very sure that with few points of mine, I'm able to convince you, but not to confuse you, that Nnamdi Kanu hold Nigerian government and the Nigerian people in what Oyibo man called the Sukrutum. Believe it or you leave it. Oh yeah, here are the comments. Africa World Media TV. He says, and I quote, retweet far and wide that this message need to get as many retweets and as possible. Share at the same time. March 1 said the Biafrans have already taken up arms to defend ourselves. One black good man said this is what is happening in Nigeria, and the Nigerian government knows everything about all these terrorists, but they are not ready to do anything because they are the ones sponsoring these evil groups. Citing about the article written by what they call him, FFK, Femi Fani-Kayode, how these people have been doing all manner of evil. And he said, what can they do more? Can you imagine that such rubbish statement? AZ Mujibuya said, you tied David Lammy. Why? Oh, you think because he holds the title of Foreign Secretary, he will do something good. Have you heard how he used to speak before he was in office? And now, see the Palestinians, he said Israel had a right to do what they are doing. Crix 6569 said, thank you, sir, for always speaking up when it matters. Is this the country that other African countries advocate that we fight to keep one and indivisible? Definitely not. This is not. The same country that ECOWAS and African Union fought against the Biafrans. Look at what they have become. A lot of people who fought for this country are regretting. Gowon is number one of them. He said if he knew, he wouldn't have obeyed the UK and the Fulanese who pushed him into war. Now the same Fulanese who used him to fight the Igbos have abandoned him. In fact, they have taken over his ancestral land. He's now taking refuge in UK, wearing pampers. Come out and confess so that your death will be made smooth. He refused. No, don't worry. He will learn the hard way. When he will look for death, he will not see. Life, he will not see. He just be like Odendo, Omokamma. Simon Ekpa's Joby Money said, Nigeria breeds criminals while they clamp down on agitators. They continue to rehabilitate and integrate terrorists into the society, and they must at Mazi Nnamdi Kanu, at Simon Ekpa, and at United Nations supervised referendum conducted. If not, nothing more and nothing less. Chiemeri Enweke, Britain is responsible for the unlawful detention of our great leader, Mazi Nnamdi Kanu, and Prime Minister Simon Ekpa. That is also in detention in Finland. Chibo said, you follow Africans, only talk without doing anything. Okay. Ubie said, the government of Nigeria is dead, and they are ashamed of the crime that they committed for the rendition of Mazi Nnamdi Kanu from Kenya. We have hopeless people in Nigeria government and in different offices. Nwachukwu David Nigeria is a terrorist state and a kidnapping state as well. Honora, African Forum Fulani. Obenaya John, God bless you, sir, for letting us know. Gideon Ihezie, Nigerian government values cows more than their citizens. That's why Mazi Nnamdi Kanu asked for a separate country, Biafra, because we are humans, and they called him a terrorist. Even when Nigeria is the one sponsoring all the whole terrorism going on in that so-called Nigeria. Matthew Chebu, I know you as a good man. God bless you and keep you. Henry Ivan, Pan-African what? Shut the F up and talk about your own country. You mean the criminal the politicians from his region used to ruin the southeast with a privately owned business? IPOB Worldwide Limited registered in the UK? Yes, it's registered in the UK. Roslyn Eke, release Mazi Nnamdi Kanu unconditionally. He is an innocent man. Rising Sun, greetings, sir. Nigerian government is deliberately failing students from East, part of Nigeria, because they are so brilliant. Nigerian government is very angry because people from that region, Igbo people, always dominate in exams. This is why Mazi Nnamdi Kanu is asking for a freedom. In fact, asking for a separate country. Obi Biafra said, Nigeria is a terrorist state. The government sponsored Boko Haram and they do nothing about it. Edmiston Okocha, Nnamdi Kanu is a British citizen traveling with British passport and was kidnapped by Nigerian security agents in Kenya. At Grok, Nigeria is a UK colony and ally. Despite the official acquittal of Mazi Nnamdi Kanu, UK remains silent to demand for the release of their citizen. Isn't it an evidence of complicity? My brother, it is. King Medo at British_government at French are behind all the atrocities going on in Africa. But one day, those they are supporting will take the war to their doorstep. Anyway, let us just end it here. More of this will be coming your way today. Today is Saturday, and the 17th day in the month of May in the year of 2025. Now here, me go take bar break. And now, like, share, comment, and keep subscribing for more interesting videos. Okay, Messiano.